EA Sports, within the game.
Day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide up. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
The 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're such a talented team of defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Herbert throwing again. And that is incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
This one swung out to Montgomery. Touchdown! David Montgomery, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Room here to run. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are once again back in front. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Charger drive about to get going. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Give left side to Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 12. Herbert got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 12-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second win.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 30 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Rosa's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
First down, here's the run to Montgomery.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Chargers 24, Chiefs 12.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now back to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Play action. It's Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side. And all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Completes this one to Thornton. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On second and 11 now. Herbert throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Running left, Montgomery. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's caught inside the 20. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Herbert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Now Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Herbert now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you love to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So, for the Chargers, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll look